welcome back to the InScentive Collection. I be the host, Brandon, and today we are getting into Frédéric Malle's fragrance house. Yes. Portrait of a Lady. Yes, finally. Now, full disclosure, I have smelled this once, but I was traveling and I really didn't get a chance to enjoy it. So I'm going into this pretty blind, but I do remember that their house had some serious hitters. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this. We have Portrait of a Lady. Yeah. There it is. Now, I really like the bottle. It's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of an upper, actually, I've tried to make this a little bit, but I can't, it's not letting me click on it. But it kind of reminds me of like an upper end Tom Ford. Here we go, what's going on here? An upper end Tom Ford fragrance. Remember back when they used to have like a little cylindrical bottles? Kind of reminds me of that. We're going to get into the description here. An exceptional fragrance by Dominique Rolpoin, Portrait of a Lady enhances the opulence and voluptuousness of the Turkish rose in extravagant proportions. Turkish rose. I am sold. With Portrait of a Lady, Frédéric Malle and perfumer Dominique Rolpoin. Please stop making me have to say that. Rolpoin marked the stage in the great timeline of perfumery. With this immoderate rose, magnified by woody tones, amber, and incense, the designers are redrawing the contours of the cypress, an olfactory family synonymous with the finest eras of the 20th century perfumery. Their play of light and shadow, their elegance and extreme refinement. From this expert craftsman, there emerges a splendor to create splendor created to outlast time. Rose, patchouli, sandalwood, incense. In the top notes, you have raspberry. In the middle notes, you have rose damascenia. In the base, you have patchouli. Okay, so reading with Brandon over. We're going to go ahead and unsheathe this thing. All right, we have a red vial here. That's new. I've never seen a red one. Bam. So, I have a little bit of space here. See what we got. Turkish rose, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. Let's do one more. I love Turkish rose. I do. Ooh. Okay. So, it's not unfamiliar. I can say that it is a very strong fragrance. This fragrance is potent. This is very strong. I might have sprayed too much. Just a bit too much. There's some funkiness in here. Not sure what's giving it that. By the way, if you're new here, we're about to cross 1,000 subscribers. Help us out. And if you have been enjoying the content, now's your chance to show support and help us get to that 1,000 mark. So it's rosy, but there's also like a fruitiness to it. And I'm guessing that's the jasmine. Interesting. So off the rip, I'm not willing to say this is the best Turkish rose I have smelled. I don't think it is. But I don't know if I smelled a rose fragrance that had this level of complexity before. I'm very curious to see if it'll change over time. Got some oil left on the wrist. Got some oil left on the wrist. There's also like a sourness to it. So it's got like it's a strong rose. It's more of like a, I wouldn't say it's weird. It's kind of in the middle. It's not like the super, it's not your grandma's rose, but it's also not like a dry rose. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Sorry about that. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, but there's also like the raspberry aspect of it, and then there is there's the sourness. I think this is dope. As far as like, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like a $300-$400 bottle. I think you'd have to really, really like it to pay that. Yeah, $295. They market as fresh, bright, crisp, comforting, dark, elegant, urbane and sophisticated, sweet, tenderness. Again, for me, I'm getting a Turkish rose. It kind of rides in the middle. It's not necessarily something that's like overly feminine, overly masculine. When it first came out, it was definitely more feminine leaning, but as it develops, I'm getting something that's a little bit more neutral. Warm spice, amber, rose, woody, patchouli, balsamic, fruity, smoky, floral, and powdery. Okay, so Fragrantica has a totally different note breakdown. They got rose, in the top notes, they got rose, clove, raspberry, blackcurrant, cinnamon, and red berries. In the middle notes, you have Turkish rose, patchouli, incense, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. And in the base, you have incense, sandalwood, musk, benzoin, amber, ambergris, cedar, and vanilla. And that sounds about right. Like there's definitely a lot more going on. It almost smells obvious. It's like, okay, I'm definitely recognize, you know. I like this. I like it. The more it develops, the more it starts to open up and breathe a little bit. It's kind of like a blunt object. It's very smooth, it's very rounded, but it's also like robust and somehow not busy. Like somehow, like all of these things. Oh, what just happened there? Good gracious. Sorry about that. Somehow it's not overly robust and like crazy. But this is just the first fragrance in the house. I like it. I would recommend this. This was I could definitely see this being a signature scent. It's definitely something you want to dress up. It's not a very casual fragrance. This fragrance is definitely a statement piece. And sometimes you forget how sophisticated fragrances can be. Even though it's like it can be linear, like how much they change. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Have you tried this? I did get the discovery kit. They gave me a free sample. So that's why you see that one, but I will be getting into the rest of them. Let me know if what you guys are interested in seeing from that kit. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It's portrait related, but it's, you know, and it's Turkish rose, but it's not a rose fragrance. I don't think that it is. I wouldn't classify this as a rose fragrance. I can kind of see why it gets the buzz that it gets. This is unique. It's very unique. It's almost indescribable. Like you can't. It's hard to be like, oh, this is a rose, your sandalwood fragrance. It's really hard to describe. The best way to describe it is like where you would wear it. If you didn't have, if like, I could see you only. This is interesting, right? I could see you only wearing this, you know, at like a gala or you know some type of ball. But I could also see you wearing like I could also see this being your only fragrance that you wear when you go out. It's versatile like that. It's sour, creamy, rosy, and sweet all at the same time. That's wild. But it smells good. Like it's all those things, but successful. Like that's the kicker. Like it works. This is dope. I like it. All right, hey, I figure I start strong. Portrait of a Lady, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I don't remember it smelling like this at that duty-free station though that I went to. But like I said, my olfactory was fried at that point. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.